Hey y'all, Tracey Trials of a Long-Haired Girl here. It's been a while since I brought you a recipe that is not a collaboration. So I decided to make the Instant Pot Philly cheesesteak pasta because it sounds good to me. What it calls for a half a tablespoon of olive oil, but I'm foregoing that. I sprayed my Instant Pot insert with some avocado oil, and to be honest, I've already browned up my ground beef, so I don't need to brown it up. So I have 1 pound of ground beef. Calls for 1 diced onion. We've already diced the onion, so I'm going to take about a cup out of this. 1 green bell pepper, but I had orange and red, so we're using this. I'm gonna, again, about a cup. I may use a little more than that because I like bell pepper. A half tablespoon of garlic, but honestly, probably gonna be a tablespoon because we like garlic up in this house. The Worcestershire sauce. Salt and pepper. It calls for kosher salt, but I have the Celtic sea salt, so that's what I'm going to use. And then Penzeys pepper. And honestly, because I like it, we're probably going to add in some ranch. Why? Why not? Then it calls for 2 cups of beef broth. But I don't have the beef broth. I have the Better Than Bouillon roasted beef base, so I'm going to use that. So I have 2 cups of water. Can't remember if I've mentioned it, but we're using the reduced sugar and sodium ketchup. It calls for 2 tablespoons of ketchup, 8 ounces of your favorite whole wheat pasta. I've got this open, so I'm using this. And then 6 ounces of provolone cheese. I am using, that's going to be almost this entire package. I purchased the thin sliced, non-smoked provolone cheese. It's the Walmart brand. So yeah, let's get started. I am turning my Instant Pot onto saute. Throwing my ground beef in there. And honestly, I'm probably just going to wing the seasonings because, yeah. Ultimately, this is going to be seasoned to your taste anyway, so I forget. This one's easier rather than shaking. And y'all, with my bell pepper, we did a really small dice. Again, Anita, thank you for suggesting this fertile, because guys, it really does work well with my Instant Pot. Okay. So I'm really just kind of warming this up, and it doesn't really call to do the seasonings yet, but honestly, why not? Because my meat's already cooked, and that's what it calls for, is to cook the meat first. My husband always says this is a lifetime supply, but that lifetime supply is really running short right about now. So we're just kind of warming this. So for this, it says 1 teaspoon is equal to 1 bouillon cube, or for each quart of stock is needed, 1 1/2 tablespoons is right now. So I'm just going to do 2 teaspoons and mix it over. And just mixing everything around. And now, our pasta. I forgot to weigh it, so hold on. Hold, please. Okay. Okay, I'm fairly certain that what I had left was 8 ounces, so that's what we're doing. Just kind of trying to make sure everything is covered. Then we're going to hit cancel. Okay, if you have one that requires it, make sure that you are set to sealing, not venting. Mine automatically does it for me, so I don't have to worry about that. I'm going to do pressure cook for 5 minutes, which I'm already set to. And yeah. So I will be back in 5 minutes to do a release. I'll see you then. Okay. Y'all, it's been 5 minutes. I'm going to do a quick release. You'll notice I have my stuff all tinted because this tends to spray everywhere. Okay, the pin has dropped. I was looking. This only says that it serves 6, but it doesn't say how big the serving sizes are. Oh, that looks good. So I am going to mix in my cheese. I did, while I was waiting on this to cook, I went ahead and weighed out my 6 ounces of cheese. What, I think I'm just going to take a couple of these and I'm going to fold them into small pieces so they will melt a little easier. Forgive the washing voice, but you know, sometimes you got to do these things. Dishes, clothes, they don't wash themselves. Of course, you know, you can't always choose to just serve it and put a slice of cheese on it, which honestly may be what I do next time. Because the one thing I will tell you is this is, because I used a grass-fed grass-fed beef that was not super lean. Although I will say, I did put it in I believe it was B, and I think somebody else mentioned it too in one of the collabs from months ago. They take their higher fat beef and they cook it and then they drain it and rinse it. And that's what I did, actually. But I'm still counting this as I think for a pound it comes up at like 20 some odd points, but sometimes you take the point in to use what you have. And this is what I have. This is what I like, so that's what I'm doing. So we're just going to keep breaking up this cheese into smaller pieces. Well, y'all, this looks good. Stir the rest of this cheese in. Now, to determine the servings, hold on a minute. I'm going to grab a bowl to dump this in and my scale. the scale has been zeroed out. Oh, honey! 1550 divided by 6.
Oh, it would make something difficult here, wouldn't it?
That's what it weighs.
Divided by 6. That's about 6. It's a little over 2.5.
You mean 250?
Yeah, 250 times 6 would be 15 exactly, so it's like 160, I guess.
Okay, so this is what it looks like. It is not lacking in the cheesiness, that's for sure. Good. So this is the approximate serving size. And your weight, honestly, may differ a little bit because you may have more onions or bell pepper in yours. I apologize for the wobbly cam. My baby dog decided that it was time for me to give him a bite. He's sorely mistaken. Oh yeah, this is pretty good. I feel like my pasta could have been a little more done, but it's very tasty. So I hope y'all enjoyed. I hope you will give it a try. If you do, let me know how you like it. And I will see you soon. Have a great day.